Reinforcements reporting. Open up.
Didn't say please.
Close. Get up.
There were very few episodes of the Clone Wars that hit a home run in the early years, but damn does this one exemplify the greatest facets to this show.
I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
There's a unanimous feeling among the Clone Wars fanbase, and certainly coupled with the Bad Batch fans at this point, that the clone-centric episodes to the show deliver the most compelling character studies for the army that shares the same face and blood that you wouldn't expect much separation or much distinguishment from, but as it turns out, the writers found a way.
Good job.
There's uniformity to them, obviously, but little switch-ups with facial hair, tattoos, armor paint, and, to Dee Bradley's credit, tonal shifts in their voices allow audiences to connect with at least one. Ask any Star Wars fan, they can identify at least two clones by their features, and ask any true Star Wars Clone Wars fan, can distinguish some just by their voices.
There's not much to look at here, sir. We all share the same face.
Deceive you, eyes can. In the Force, very different each one of you are.
The clones, along with Anakin and Ahsoka, became the focus for the show to generate a deeper connection with them when we arrive at the events of Order 66, and you realise what they're actually created for.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
How are we supposed to care or connect with a group of CGI faceless individuals when only one was named and likely there just to save on the CG budget? The clones rang hollow originally, but thanks to Filoni and everyone involved, they created an army with heart and soul that you wept for when the time came. With the addition of Rex's switch to Order 66 in the final season of the Clone Wars, it helps you realise that these men were just as much victims in this moment. They were created for mass genocide despite the good that they did throughout the war.
I'm not crying, you're crying!
Leading up to that, we have many adventures with them, and the biggest milestone started here. This is the second part in a larger arc for the members of Domino's Squad, previously featured in the episode Clone Cadets. If you're watching this chronologically, if not, then I guess you've got some backstory coming your way.
You fool.
This episode focuses on the squad of Dominoes that have been deployed to their first mission, maintaining a base on the Rishi Moon outpost, something I imagine every soldier dreams of.
You're all my friend needs.
The reason this base is so significant and why we're drawing back to this is the fact that it's the first line of defense to communicate with Kamino in case there's any complications on the way. On the other side of things, General Grievous knows about this and dispatches a new unit of droid called Commando Droids that respond more sharply to their environment and prove to be a challenge for the squad with more durable armor and competent AI. The base is silently invaded before the clones can act on it, leaving the remaining soldiers to hide and are steadily picked off by the moon's other inhabitants before the salvation comes in Captain Rex and Commander Cody, who are running routine inspections on surrounding bases across the galaxy, and after repeated attempts from the droids to try and dismiss them, Rex and Cody are clued in as to what's happening once they arrive, and after a brief scrap they make a break for it and reunite with the members of Domino's Squad, where they quickly devise a plan to retake the base and manage to retake it with relative ease, then realise a larger militia are descending upon the base, so they act quickly to try and save it. After realising the odds are not in their favour against the army that's been sent, they lay out explosives across the base, but due to the plot being written this way, Heavy stays behind to manually try and activate the explosives as the external connection just isn't working.
Oh, how convenient!
As the droids close in around him, Heavy makes a last-ditch effort to protect his brothers, his home, and warn the Jedi of what's happening, by blowing up the base and himself.
I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
Anakin and Obi-Wan, who are monitoring movements and looking for Grievous throughout the episode, catch wind of this and move quickly to intercept him, making Grievous flee, and as we close out the episode, Fives and Echo are rewarded for their valour and officially become members of the 501st. The intensity of this one is incredible. I love this episode for so many reasons. Its focus on the clones and how they problem solve firstly is interesting as you realise the experience of Rex and Cody is undeniable, but Echo tries to think more strategically, Heavy is quick to fire, and Fives tries to rationalize things by following others before offering his thoughts on the matter. The distinctions between the members of Domino Squad are recognizable almost immediately. Heavy has a deeper, guttural tone, Echo possesses a lighter pitch, and later gets a blue handprint on his chest plate, for which he carries on his armor throughout the rest of the series. And Fives has the iconic 5 tattoo, but D. Bradley offers a more harsh but informative voice to him that makes Fives and Echo even more distinguishable after Heavy's death. The quick deaths to cut up and droid bait the other members of the squad were depressing to think about, but given the lack of focus to them, it's understandable why many people don't remember them, though the correlation and irony between their deaths and their names is quite funny.
Comedy.
There's a profound understanding that the clones are more than capable of achieving goals without the Jedi, and to have a group of rookies no less make their stand and save their home for now is something that sparks a sense of excitement in fans when really being introduced to the clones. The efficiency of Rex and Cody works well to establish their capabilities on the battlefield, as this is their first appearances in the show since the Clone Wars movie, whether you are watching this both chronologically or as it came out. The subplot with Grievous wanting to invade Kamino and Ventress seemingly already on world is a little jarring with regards to its placement in the chronological order, when you consider we don't return to this plot for another 38 episodes.
What?
And Ventress and Grievous are both in other episodes not far along from this one, so that just makes for a little bit of a disconnect in terms of continuity, but I guess we have to take it as we've got it. Regardless, this was a fun, insightful adventure that updates us with the movements of one of the most revisited squads in the Clone Wars series, and provides audiences with a firm understanding of an average trooper's concerns, intelligence, abilities, and motivations. I will always recommend that people interested in Clone Wars try this one, if they want to collect a feeling for a few episodes, especially ones that aren't directly linked or seemingly connected to larger arcs or plots. That's going to do it for me though, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means a tremendous amount. You should consider subscribing to keep up to date with the videos that I'm doing, and I've got a lot more playthroughs on the way. I've had a little bit of interest in those recently. I'm currently going through God of War and Fallen Order during the Christmas break, but I'll still have the weekly reviews for the Clone Wars, Bad Batch and Ben 10, and a couple of movie reviews in that time as well. Leave a like on this video, let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and I'll catch you soon. May the Force be with you.